Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is iBelvee, and I'm here to give you some tips and tricks on battling in Snack World. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, so let's just get into it. So let's go over the utility gear. Going into some of the gear here, you can see we have headgear, body gear, accessories, and then we have style gear for the same items. To quickly go over the style gear, this gear, if I hold the R button at the top, you can see the view today's trends. This is important for a few reasons. If you see on the right here where it says trend bonuses, once you actually have all the trend bonuses selected for that specific day, the rarity of a dropped how rare an item is that gets dropped after defeating a monster is actually greater than not having what's trending for that day. So it kind of is important to actually just have the trending items for today. As you can see today, I don't have any of those actually, which is fine. But yeah, for this video, definitely that's what you need to be able to do that. Next, we'll look at some of the utility gear, starting off with headgear. Headgear and body gear kind of give you a boost in magic and defense, and then regular defense as well. So we have, if you see, once I move over to the next one, you'll see that the defense of this hat item actually goes down by 10. This is because some of the items haven't been fortified, haven't been fabricated. So I'll get into that later, but that is the difference between the two. So you definitely want to pay attention to exactly what item has the most defense against what. Looking at body gear, it's the same kind of deal. You'll see that right now I have this on, and then going down, to the different items that I do also own, you can see that the defense goes down basically for all of them, except for a couple of them where it kind of goes down in some, but increases in others. So I kind of wanted to balance that out. So that's pretty much that. And then when we go to the accessory side of it, this is another thing where you can actually still view the trends for each of those. But you have Boon 1 and Boon 2. You can see on the right here. Boon 1 is slashing resilience boost, and then Boon 2 is petrification resilience boost. Basically, what this means is that one of the pretty much, I guess, effects abilities that this particular item has is like slashing defense against enemies that are trying to just slash me, and it protects me against that, and then it also protects me a little bit against petrification, which is something that Medusa will do to you once you get to that stage where she'll turn you into stone. So it kind of improves both of those items and different things. I have a lot of these in the same ones, but if I go down here, different items do different things. And then you've got passive powers of defense 2, magic defense plus 6. So little things like that are kind of important. You can see some of these items don't actually have, some of them have experience boost, intoxication resilience boost. So you definitely want to pay attention to the accessories that you're also putting on your character before going on the quest, and collecting a lot of these and then improving the stats on these is also something that you should definitely look into and do. Next, we can go into fabrication. So you can fabricate headgear and bodywear. The headgear items is pretty much all you need to do. Actually, let's go back. Let's try to find one that I have not fabricated. I think I might have fabricated all of these so far. So basically, to give you a look into what this does, is that each item has a stat. So we have up here, we have the unit, we have allocated units, units and units. So we have purple eye, high tech, rubber, and then the color. So each of these items actually needs to get boosted in some way. And if you can see as I'm scrolling through here, each item that I do have, I can actually increase the stats of that. So we'll do that, and we'll do the high tech, and then let's move on to the blue. So now you can see I actually don't have one of the purple eyes that I need to actually fully complete this, so my completion rate is at 75%. Boo! So to get items, you actually have to go through the quest, go through, main quest, which is the main story, and then your side quest. And defeating enemies just get you those materials that you actually need to improve those, and then being able to improve those stats for those. Next, we can go to Fortification, and with these, you can improve pretty much your weapons, your shields, your magical weapons, your swords, your axes, arrows. You can actually fortify your gear as well. So we'll go into like a headgear one. I can show you guys on the bottom here. If you have all of the items that you need to actually get it fortified or get it fabricated, you can just hit the Y button to do an autocomplete of it. And that is not Y. And once you do that, it just kind of auto does it for you, so you don't have to go in and do it each time. And that increases my level from 1 to 2 for the Iron Helm. And also blue has been added as a new color scheme for the Iron Helm, and I can choose to actually keep it the same color or change the color. I'm actually going to say yes to this, so now it's going to be blue. And I don't think I have anything in the body wear to actually get that done, and I think I don't have any other. I do. So let's increase this one as well. Back, fortify, and boom. Cool, so that has been increased as well. I'm going to change the color scheme of that as well, and we'll do another one. All right, cool. So I'm not sure if you can actually see this, but you can see that. Oop, one way. So once it goes up to a new level, it just improves the stats of that item. So we'll do another one here. Once that gets completed, you'll see on the right, it might get some extra boost in certain areas, such as like passive powers and things like that. So the stronger that you make your items, they're definitely going to improve throughout time when you're going into battle, which is great because we definitely need that improving the battle. Looking at ensembles, this is basically just a quicker way to be able to change into the gear that you already have set. So let's say if I want to choose a specific type that I already have, we can create one, and it's basically just like this. Let's do this, and one of these. So basically, all this is you just quickly being able to put together an ensemble. I guess I have to actually complete all of this, so let's do that. This, a lot of these. And we'll do the health, and we'll do this one. Go back, change equipment. Add all that. So you guys kind of get the gist of that. So basically, once you save, you have an ensemble 2. I believe you can actually rename these. So we have my ensemble 2 here, and then my main ensemble. And that's just how ensembles work, just to be able to quickly choose, like, hey, I need to choose this ensemble for this quest because I already know the items that I have in this quest, and I know the exact monsters that I need to face inside of that quest. We'll go into inventory next. Inventory is basically an easier way to improve stats and boost resilience and things like that before a battle. So pretty much before you actually embark on a battle, on a quest, I should say, you want to actually take some of these items for consumables, just to improve those stats. Next we have your items that you can kind of look on and equip with guarding, headwear, all that body gear. So if you haven't actually done an ensemble, or if you haven't completed a new one, you need a certain type of ensemble, you can definitely just switch that out in the inventory before you embark on a challenge, on a quest. So speaking of those, let's just talk about the quest. So I'm gonna hit R up here, and we have story quest and we have side quest, right? So we story quest, which is basically the main storyline of the game, and then we have side quest, which is something you know, you can just kind of pick up on along the way. Let's see, I can actually show you guys how to pick up a quest real quick in my nice blue thing. As you can see, that there's a character over here that has a little icon that looks exactly like the icon on the R button, basically indicating that this is going to be a quest, a side quest. So we'll just go here and fast forward real quick. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? We'll just fast forward through all this. And it's basically just, you know, the character trying to pretty much telling you what's going on in their lives, what they need help with. And we'll just kind of skip through a lot of this talking. And then you're presented with a quest. And you can choose to do it, or maybe you'll do it some other time. We're going to accept this quest. Now, when you accept the quest, you don't have to do it right away.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So this gets added actually to the story quest. Each of those quests you can see in here. This is the quest, and it's for pretty much a training quest. So I guess it's pretty much just to improve your stats overall, just to get yourself boosted up, especially before some of these main quests. Because I've noticed in these main quests, when it comes down to the final boss, they can definitely be a little difficult if you're not geared up properly. So looking at the side quest here, we'll pick up this one. So before you embark on a quest, you can select it and all that, but before you actually hit that hold A button that you see that tells you to embark it, you definitely want to look on the bottom here where it says auto equipped, and that's actually hovering over the R button, which actually allows you to do some auto equipping before the actual quest starts, which is very important, so you don't have to just do it all yourself. So basically this auto equipped is going to pick the best gear that the system feels like you need in terms of your jars, in terms of your utility gears, pretty much everything to actually complete the quest without having too much of a difficulty. And that's great. Definitely fun to have. Sometimes you might not want to use that. Sometimes you want to do it yourself. And with that, you can definitely just kind of go in and just, you know, go into inventory and do everything yourself. You want to add the stat boosts and all that. But you definitely can feel free to add whatever you want to add, do whatever you want to do in your way. If you feel like this is an ensemble or whatever auto was done, you don't have to choose it, right? But this is definitely a quicker way to just do an auto equip and then move on to the quest. Also, we can talk about some of the snacks that you guys can pick up when doing some of these quests. So we have party snacks. What party snacks are pretty much the snacks that you pick up throughout the quest. For doing a snack shot, we'll get into a little bit of that later. But basically, you can have up to 3. You will start off with 1 after doing the training, and then as the story progresses, you just get more slots to be able to take with you. And basically what that means is that when you go on your quest, these, like, so for me, these 2 characters can actually come with me on the quest. And that definitely helps when I'm fighting like 5 or 10 monsters all at once and I'm trying to beat them all. And then you have pocket snacks, and these pocket snacks can be used to actually it's kind of different. You can actually switch out to these pocket quests, these pocket snacks while in battle. So I'll just add a few here, and you can see each of these monsters actually has different stats. So we've got this guy, and he has, HP of 205, strength is 117, which is great. He's actually one of the higher within strength. Next, you have like just going through some of these. There are some that are secret. They're considered mega rare, but I'm not fully sure what these stats are, so I'm not always trying to pick that one, to be honest with you. Like here we have high HP, but strength, defense, magic power, all that's kind of low. These creatures do actually improve over time as you as you use them, as they're in your party. So that's good as well. Going at the top here, you can see it actually filters out by attackers, defenders, trappers. I have no trappers. Support characters that help you with, I guess, improving your health. And then you have the secret ones, like I kind of mentioned. That's something that like I said, I really don't fully understand, and I don't really choose right now because I just don't know what they're gonna do or how good their stats are, which is, you know. And then you have a snack list. This is pretty much just all the snacks. So, let's talk about actual snacks. So, if you have a certain high familiarity with some of these creatures, that allows you to actually do a snack shot. So if I hover over here, we've got our little foul cat. I've seen this creature 19 times, but I need to see it 23 times to be able to actually add it to my team, which is doing a snack shot. And same thing with this, we've got 12 out of 27. So you definitely want to get familiar with these creatures. That way you can add them on to your roster. They are 206. If you can see on the bottom here, there are 206 different monsters that you can see throughout your questing. So there's definitely a lot to do in terms of trying to just get them all. All right, so last we're actually just going to talk about battling. Let me make sure I am auto equipped, and we're going to embark on our quest here.
Let's get this over with.
So you see I've got my two creatures, my two monsters with me. I've got my support character, and I've got an attack character. The influencer, which is the support character, is boy, she does not last long, but she can definitely help you out and give you health if you don't want to actually use some health throughout the game, because like I said, you only get 5 out of 5 for health and for boosting your stats. So you can see here items. I can pick up money, I can pick up just random materials that can either be sold or used for clothes. And we're going to try to run into a monster here. So you see where I have this ZR button that's telling me to click on the bottom. If I click that, it actually chooses a different item for me quickly that I can use against the, hey, I leveled up, awesome, that I can use against the actual creature that I'm locked onto. Let's try to find another one. So we got this guy, right? When you switch to this, and you see how he says "huh" at the top there. Let me get back. Oh my god, it took all that. That basically means that, hey, this guy is actually going to get affected by that item. This guy actually not that easy to take down. Alright, cool. We got him, boys. Again, so you see this guy over here, this dice locks. So we're gonna take this guy out, and this is just a quicker way for you to be able to, like, all right, cool, I'm gonna switch to something real quick and actually defeat this monster instead of whacking him around with something that isn't effective against him.
Hey, I'm burnt out.
Some of this health that dropped down.
Danger. Die.
Alright, cool. So, looking at some of the options that we have on the bottom right, we've got your L, which is going to give you a stat boost. So see here, you can boost all your stats. And then we have the R, which is going to, like I said before, just give you recovery and health. And then we have X, which actually is a move that you can use, which is somewhat of a more powerful move that certain weapon has. And it takes, you know, some time to actually fill up. It has a cooldown. And then you have your bigger option here, which has a much larger cooldown, but definitely does more damage. So let's switch to the thing for these creatures, and I'm gonna hit these two buttons, and you'll see that I just do a bigger attack and take these two guys out really quickly. Okay, switch real quick. And oh, awesome, we can actually do a snack shot. So let's do that. Cool. So you'll see that this is going to count down. I have on the top left a battery meter, which is going to drain if I don't take the picture quick enough. I'm going to line it up, take that picture, and then that character is now mine, and that is how snack shots work. Looking over here, we actually have a certain treasure chest. Some of these treasure chests can either be an item, it can be something random like this, where I have to hope that I get the right red button to actually get the item that's there. Otherwise I'll get something like this, which is basically just a dose of cologne boost. As you can see on the for my right button, my L button, my left bumper, I did use one of those items, but now since I've actually just got another one, I went back to 5 out of 5. But you have to keep in mind that some of these treasure chests actually can be an enemy. They can actually trick you. So you definitely want to watch out for that. Always be prepared to fight an enemy if you see a treasure chest, because it's not always going to do something for you. it's gonna be a trap, boys. And then, as you can see, sometimes if you defeat creatures, you actually get snacks, get items. And then last, we have this. This is going to be a warp portal. Once you clear the mission, you can use one of these. And this is either going to do one of two things. It's either going to warp you, depending on the mission that you're doing. It's either going to warp you into a completed quest, little launcher here, or you will be warped to the next part of the quest that you still have to complete. So this doesn't always mean that, hey, you're going to warp, you're finished with the missions and all that. Once you complete it, you get the items that come with the completion of the quest. And then you're taken right to your Pixie Diary, where you can save. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know it's kind of long. I do have a review video that's much shorter that kind of quickly goes over some of the stuff, not in as much detail. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what you want to see. Maybe I'll make another video, and just subscribe for more. Thank you guys for joining. Later.